Hi, welcome to the show. It's Easy Does It, the show on Chicago Clubhouse Network. It's going to be a bit of a shorter show today because there is so much going on. What is up, Benjamin Williams? Welcome to the show, sir. Love the profile picture. Good to see. FGB is right. I completely agree with that sentiment. So we got a baseball season coming up. Cubs have been playing some baseball lately. And it's been going extremely. I don't care because it's preseason. I don't care until March 26th. It's very early. Can't believe we're gonna have freaking baseball like for real this month or next month and tomorrow. That's very exciting. This hat kind of makes me look like a douche, but I'm gonna keep wearing it because I like the team that's on it. But more importantly than stupid baseball, we have football to talk about still because football season never ends. And that's what, let's be real, that's what this network's all about. We don't care about basketball. We don't care about the Bulls. Why do we care about the Bulls? Terrible ownership, terrible team. Blackhawks, we don't care about yet because hockey is a sport meant to be enjoyed by fair weather fans. A lot of people did care about hockey these past few weeks, but they're going to go back to not giving a shit very soon. Because that's the way Olympic sports go. Except you, Frank. I know you love hockey, Frank, if you're even watching. But yeah, it's all about football. That is the American sport. I'm just saying shit today. I am it's gonna be one of those shows. Our last show was great, so this show is gonna be very much more laid back. Anyway, I'm gonna have Noah come on. What up, Noah?
Hey, we're all here. We're happy.
We all are here. We're happy. Everything is going well in the world.
Here's the one thing I'll push back on the hockey thing. Yes, it is great for other fans, but playoff hockey, I would argue, is I've been blessed and privileged enough to be at a postseason game for all major sports except for football. And actually, no, college football. I've been to postseason and championships. Playoff hockey is the best atmosphere of any postseason.
That is true. Playoff hockey. I mean, next.
So I get why they come back, why they don't care during the year and then come back. Yeah, because the playoffs are that awesome. I get it.
Overtime, next goal wins is always super fun. I'll never forget Kings Blackhawks when y'all we beat y'all beat us.
Yep.
Y'all beat us in 2014, and I'll never forget.
Yep.
I had a bet with my friend. It was like a $10 bet. I had the Blackhawks winning, and he had the Kings winning. And after that Game 7 golden goal, he comes to school the next day. Brandon, hope he's doing well. I haven't spoken to him since senior year of high school, but he said, "You know what? You don't need to give me the $10. That series was too good." And I'll never forget. Never forget. That was the moment when I was like, you know what? I hope the Kings win it all just for Brandon because that's a classy. I don't like using the word classy, but like that was a good guy move. It was a good guy move.
But when I got to Mizzou, between the Kings rivalries with both the Blackhawks and the Blues, I got to Mizzou and I was like, I'm from LA, and they'd be like, boo. And I'm like, but I watch hockey and the Kings. They're like, okay, never mind, you're fine then. Yeah.
I hate the Blues, but they had that one girl with cancer who loved them. So
and they used Gloria as their song, which was as like their playoff song, which was just so fun.
Oh, my favorite Chelsea Dagger Blackhawks is da 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 da. Yeah, it was cool because we won the next year, 2015. And we beat the Ducks in the.
Which I was thrilled to see because I hate the Ducks, as we have talked about.
Yeah, I remember watching that game with Noah Friedman. Never seen him. Shout out Noah Friedman. Never seen Noah Friedman so upset. I sent him an invite too, by the way. I don't think he's going to come on, but he's always invited. No one's ever like, oh man, we have to see Noah Friedman. That sucks. You know what I mean?
Only I get that response.
Yeah. No, not from me. But anyhow, so yeah, we got some football coming up. We got some footballs.
I had a Bears thought that I want your thought on.
Oh, please hit me.
I want your Bears thought on this because
let's do it.
I tend to be a bit more of a bigger picture thinker, I'd like to think. And I was looking at the way I saw a really interesting stat about the cap percentage breakdown. And I think you commented on it. There's an argument by Colin Cowherd that because Caleb takes up, X amount of cap, I think it's like 5%, and Lamar takes up 25%, would you rather have 5 Calebs or 1 Lamar? And that was the argument. and it was poorly made by Cowherd. But I understood
5 Caleb's? What are you going to do with 5 Caleb's?
But like, would you rather they what's more valuable to you, right? And I understood the argument he was saying, but it didn't make sense to me. But what it did get me thinking was your offensive line is a good mix of expensive, inexpensive rookies, and it's interesting that in the NFL we are seeing so much money dedicated to the quarterback. Caleb's contract projecting ahead. This is just middle of February thinking about the Bears, right? What's Caleb's contract going to be 2 years from now?
Well, I think he's going to be the
right now.
What did you say?
Lamar is at 70 right now, and Caleb looked like Caleb last year. I think a lot of us are expecting kind of a big jump from Caleb. What's a Caleb contract number going to be?
I think there's a good chance he becomes the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, I do. It's
not crazy. It's not unthinkable.
We've never had one. We've never had a quarterback. Oh no, Jay Cutler was the highest paid at one point, I think. Ugh.
No, I know.
We're fucking stupid, dude. We're fucking stupid. We're so fucking stupid.
The Bears they're not afraid to spend money. I mean, they spent money on Odin Big and Yabo last year, who didn't really end up doing much. Grady Jarrett, that
awful signing.
Pronouncing his name always throws me off. But it's just and now they're in a position where they have draft capital, and thankfully they're in a position where a lot of their positions of need are positions they have depth. There's depth in that draft. You know, I talked about it, and I had a list of a couple of guys that I thought would make sense for them. But thankfully they're in a position where if they need to spend 70, 80 million in cap space on Caleb in 2 years, it'll be okay because they don't have to be paying like Byard. They're paying right now.
Yeah,
if they can get someone who pays Byard, you don't have to pay him. If you don't have to pay Brisker, that's another 15 million you're getting back, right?
That's why I'm saying
these numbers add up very quickly.
Next 2 years are going to be. I mean, it's kind of a window. We have to treat it like a window.
That's a fair right, and it's that balance of you're in that window, and do you want to be paying Byard 15? I think Edmonds is more than likely gone from what I'm seeing in.
Because that saves 18 million.
Right, you're saving 18 million there. TJ will be gone after next year, more than likely.
We're not getting more than a 6-7 rounder for him. But I think we're gonna get
But this is money that you're looking ahead to reallocate. So I think a lot of fans. So to that point, a lot of fans go, "Oh, we're gonna save 15 million on the cap this year. I want to see that 15 million spent right now today." And a lot of fans don't have the wherewithal to go, "No. We're gonna spend 3 or 4 of that. Earmark 8 of that for next year, and another 2 or 3 for the year after that." And that's what really good teams do. I know you don't think the cap is real, but like this is what good teams do who manage the cap well. And I would argue the teams who say the cap isn't real are usually pretty dog shit teams.
Well, no, it's the Eagles and the Niners and teams like that operate without the
Saints. No, Eagles are always under the cap. They're going to clear another 20 million. So to that point,
yeah, because they're always moving money around.
But when's the last time? Granted, Saquon. Yes, Saquon was the outlier. They don't really spend top of the market for it. So like Jalen Phillips this year, lot of teams would re-sign him. I'd be very surprised if they re-sign Jalen Phillips at 25 million. I'm talking about like the Saints. I'm talking about like the Jets when they just go, or those teams that go, we know we're bad. For a long time, it was Jacksonville. Jacksonville knew we are a bad team. We're going to overpay on guys at the top of their market to come to the year. Know they're not going to be any good. They're going to make a lot of money. That's what bad teams do because the cap's not real. I just hate the cap's not real argument.
I don't know. I watched the whole Brett Coleman thing about it, and it was just about how good teams are able to manipulate the cap.
Right, they manipulate, but they don't ignore it entirely. Like the Cowboys, we've seen them spend money, and we've kind of all gone.
Isn't Jalen Hurts like a top 5 paid quarterback though?
I think he would rank like 7th now. At the time, I remember when he signed it, literally within like a week, I think 3 other quarterbacks all signed deals at or above his market. I don't want to check that.
I don't know. I definitely see a scenario in which Caleb becomes the highest paid quarterback in the NFL because he's going to be really good, and we've never had anyone really good, and he plays in a large market, and that's just the way it's going to be.
I agree.
I do think he's got to get a little better at some things, but like, look, I'm excited about him going forward. I really am. I think he's going to be the cat's pajamas.
Last year was his rookie year. I kept saying it was everyone told me it was hyperbolic to compare it to the situation in Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence.
The difference
is the perfect comparison.
I don't know. I still think his actual rookie year, he was pretty good.
He was good for what he could be, but like even but
no,
like
he had 18. He had 20 touchdowns. He had to 6 interceptions. He had 3,500 yards. That's not bad.
no, it's like one of the better Bears years.
No,
respectfully, it's one of the better
easily
Bears
one of the better Bears years. But also, it's like for a rookie quarterback, that's what you expect. Like the way people talk about his rookie year was like, oh, he was Johnny Manziel. Oh, he was Mitch Trubisky. Oh, he was Justin Fields, who everyone still loves, but that's another conversation. But yeah, no, it was just like it was, or you know, they talked about him as if he put up numbers that were akin to Shador, but the reality is he put up good numbers. He was just on a shit team, a poorly coached team. And then this year, we finally were able to win some games because we were, you know, we have a good coaching staff and opportunistic defense.
Moto, by the way, I was interested to see if they would kind of like get their staff poached a little bit this offseason. From my understanding, they brought back most everybody.
I mean, Bieniemy's gone. He was huge.
True, yeah, but you knew going into the year, Bieniemy probably wasn't going to stick around if things went well.
The Chiefs are going to be better. They're going to be so much better.
Yeah, of course. And the Chiefs having a top 10 pick is insane and not getting enough attention. And it sucks, but whatever.
Dude, it's fine. They're in the AFC. We don't need to worry about them
until the Super Bowl.
Dude, worry about. Okay, you beat them. You don't get to be mad about that. Sorry, I love you,
but anyway, no. I think since speaking of teams bouncing back, I think that Detroit is in a better bounce back position than Minnesota is. I just think Minnesota is going to be terrible next year.
I think so too. I think
they're older, they're more expensive. They didn't get like they're not improving the quarterback position. Like I don't know. I just don't
put money on the 2027 Vikings because the Vikings, they never have 3 bad years in a row, but they sometimes have 2 bad years in a row. This year they were 9-8, which isn't even bad, but I could see them regressing. I think Detroit. I think we're going to beat Detroit this year. We got swept by them last year. I think we're going to beat them at least once. Like as a matter of fact, I know we're going to beat them.
I keep waiting for Goff to regress and be someone who will like be the reason you lose a game, and he keeps not doing it. You know what I mean?
Why would he? He's been
I keep well. In fairness, when the trade happened and he went from LA, he was seen as a negative asset in that trade that when he went to Detroit, and then he sort of revived his image. He was seen as a guy who couldn't do it. And got lucky.
He was always putting up numbers.
But there was a little stink on him when he left. But
there was a little stink on him. But that was a media stink to me.
That's a fair point. There was more media than coach stink. Totally. There was a little like Mac Jonesiness there, where like coach was like, no, this guy can play.
Yeah, I mean he could definitely play. I mean I think he's better than Mac Jones, but yeah, I think he could definitely.
Oh no, of course. I'm saying like Mac had that same similar stink, and that like I think it was Rich Eisen on his show, they were doing like who's going to be this year Sam Darnold, so to speak, and I was like, oh, I could see that. So I can kind of see that. I'm still I would talk about
Jared Goff being Sam Darnold.
No, it's like Jared Goff sort of had that like got traded away, had to go somewhere else. Baker Mayfield, same concept, had to leave the original team. Who's the guy who's going to suddenly play at a Pro Bowl level after playing for the team that didn't originally draft him? You know what I mean?
You know what people on my network would say? They'd say it's going to be Justin Fields.
Is Justin guaranteed to start next year?
I don't think so.
I don't even think it's guaranteed to start. If I recall, wasn't there a 2-year deal, like a 1-and-1? I imagine he's probably going to be a free agent then.
I think he's going to be a free agent. If I was a clever offensive coordinator, I would want to sign Justin to be like a gadget guy. Absolutely.
This is where I am delusional. I still think Anthony Richardson has all the tools to be a very good starting NFL quarterback. I don't care.
I mean, he has all the tools. He doesn't have the
brain or the talent,
not even the brain
or anything else. No, I know.
I just don't know if he has. I don't know if he loves football.
No, he quite literally only has the tools. He is the Ben Simmons of the NFL.
Yeah. Hey, LeBron, we're good.
We're good.
We're good. That's my favorite thing. But yeah, I mean, Caleb's got. A lot of people think Caleb's going to win. A lot of people got Caleb winning MVP. How do you feel about that?
He'll certainly be in an. So when you look at like, can they win an MVP? Right? Are they in an offense to do so? Do they have the schedule to do so? Do they have the coaching and the players to do so? I'd say yes for all three. I don't know the Bears schedule off the top of my head, but
it's not easy.
It's not going to be easy, right? You win the division, but like it's not going to be like a slaughter gauntlet where a couple of years ago there were like multiple top 10 defenses.
We got to play Seattle. We got to play Buffalo. We got to play New England. We got to play. someone else.
Yeah, so it's tougher. But still, I mean,
Yeah.
you'll second year, he's getting all his weapons back. I assume DJ Moore is going to be back. From my understanding, like the contract piece, like the extension, like just now kicks in. So trading him would be like, this is like quite literally the single worst year you could trade his contract in. So I have to imagine DJ is back next year, even if it's begrudgingly for him. So like, he's getting all his guys back.
Hey, DJ Moore single-handedly won us three games.
Three different games. 3 games.
Single-handedly. He did it all by himself.
1-11.
We have the luxury. We play the NFC South next year, which is nice.
So he'll put up numbers there. I
He's
think
gonna go to Atlanta. He'll put up
for MVP talk. And also remember, like, this was a weird MVP year. This is one of the worst MVP years in recent memory. Like, neither Drake nor Stafford had
Stafford deserved it. I don't know why.
I would go so far as to argue if Saquon has his 2,000 yard season this year, he wins MVP this year.
I don't know. Maybe.
What's more impressive, that or what Stafford did? Okay, or who is a more impressive player to you? Because Stafford, there were times he did not look great, and at a second there was he missed like one offensive lineman implosion. Like he was like
I don't know. I'm consistently impressed by what Matt Stafford's able to do.
I am too. I know. I'm just hating.
I'm sorry. I know you're. I know you got Stafford. You have Stafford fatigue.
I do have Stafford fatigue. It's less Stafford fatigue and more. He was so underrated for so long, and we talk about it that now it feels like he's like absolved from criticism. And I'm like, I've watched a fair amount of Matt Stafford, both playing against the Eagles because they just happen to have had a couple of matchups last couple of years, and watching a lot of Rams football because the Rams are on TV a lot, and I like watching LA. There were a lot of times that I'm like, the guy can't move. He's an absolute statue. He needs a great offensive line. He needs great coaching. He needs great players. I'm like, that's not. He elevates. No, I get it, but he elevates. Yeah, Devontae Adams. Like, yeah, guys are pretty elevated.
Well, no, but he's done it with so many others in the past.
Right. And
like he's the one who got the most out of Cup.
Why are we
he's the one who got the most out of Nate Burleson. He's the one. Well, he got a lot out of Golden Tate, but Golden Tate ended up being really good no matter what. He got a lot out of I think. Look, I don't think Puka could just would have come in and instantly been amazing no matter what.
Sure, no. Puka,
I really don't, and I love Puka.
A weird outlier-y, weird thing.
Also, Stafford, he seems to always make his tight ends good. Also, I mean, look, 4,700 yards and 46 touchdowns. Like,
it's impressive. I'm not saying
he's a great quarterback. Like he deserves it.
Saying he's not great.
I don't understand how Drake May got all those votes. And I like Drake May.
I think it's because people were impressed by how well he operated at such a young age. It's been a while
so glad he played so badly in the Super Bowl. I really am. I did not want to see him light it up.
It's so weird because there's all this talk from NFL media, and the two of us have been guilty of it, I'm sure, at some point, of there's no good quarterback play. There's a crisis of quarterback play. You've heard this narrative in the media.
Oh, I buy into it.
Meanwhile, NFL teams are scheduling their entire economic and financial strategy is around having a rookie quarterback who is young and can come in and play right away. It's just such bull to me. It's such BS to me. I'm like, guys are coming in and like, so what we used to do is
meanwhile the Super Bowl champion.
Now ask him to play. What do you expect?
But it's also like, look, the teams in the conference championship, you had Stafford, who's kind of the outlier right now, best quarterback remaining. You had Sam Darnold, who's like on a prove it deal again, even though he's proven it. And then in the other conference, you had a battle of two rookie contracts, two rookie contract quarterbacks, I should say.
Right.
So it's like that. That is what wins is this rookie strategy, but also like I don't know. I still think like
CJ Stroud. I don't think there's. Stroud. We all thought was going to be an MVP 2 years ago.
Who do we think so?
CJ Stroud. 2 years, like when CJ Stroud was like a rookie and looking amazing, we're like, oh, future MVP, CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I never really bought into. Well, no, actually, that's not true. I bought into Stroud for a little bit.
I bought in. I have no problem being wrong. That was me. I bought in.
Yeah, I thought. Well, yeah, I mean, his rookie year, he looked really good.
He looked awesome. He looked incredible.
And then he tried to big bro Caleb, and next thing you know, Stroud did this, and Caleb did this.
And now here we are in draft season, and there's really, in my opinion, one first-round quarterback. I do not think Ty Simpson is a first-round quarterback. I would not take him in the first round.
Do you still think it's Mendoza as the first-round quarterback?
Mendoza. Oh, yeah, he's going number 1 overall.
Well, yeah, but do you think that's
smart? Yes, he is that. He in any other year he is a first round quarterback, and I think in the Caleb draft he would slot in 4th behind Caleb, Drake, and Daniels, but he's not that far behind them. I don't think
I put him right. I put him neck and neck with Bo Nix.
Yeah, and if you recall at the time when Bo went at 12, the general response was, "This is too early. Peyton is being a baby and he wants his guy." That's my recollection is that was general reaction. If Mendoza's in that draft, he probably goes 8 to 12, like right in that range.
Yeah, I mean he probably goes over McCarthy, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I also think Mendoza, and it's crazy how one play can do a lot for your career. Obviously, I honestly think the quarterback draw where he scored to secure the championship, I think that genuinely changed a lot of perceptions about him as an athlete. I think a lot of people saw sort of a pocket passer, throw in rhythm, timing guy, and then people saw, and genuinely a lot of GMs, you know what? Not even GMs, a lot of owners just need one play to go, "Yep, I'm good."
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's actually kind of a classic Raiders belief, by the way. That's like they used to Desmond Howard win Super Bowl MVP. They signed Desmond Howard. He does terrible. Larry Brown wins Super Bowl MVP by being a cornerback who played opposite Deion Sanders. They signed Larry Brown. He does terrible. Right. The Raiders love impulse decisions. That's like kind of the Davis family mantra. And so, yeah, Mendoza really fits what they want to do. I think it's a terrible idea for the Raiders. I think if I'm the Raiders, I'm trading back, drafting linemen, or I'm just drafting like that Miami kid or something, number 1 overall, like someone.
They are really in an unenviable position of there is no clear-cut tackle that can take one. There is no clear-cut edge they can take one, and there is no one who is so much an outlier at a different position they could rationally taking them one. And they don't have a quarterback. Like they have Geno Smith, but they don't have a quarterback. I don't think. Sure. If let's say whatever the point chart value, let's say whoever's picking 4th wants to come take Mendoza and you're getting whatever the trade chart value equivalent would be. Yeah, they probably do that. But I don't know if they're getting that because other teams know it's a big quarterback class. I can wait till next year. It's going to be an insane class next year.
Oh, yeah. Arch Manning, right?
Manning. And just especially with Dante Moore going back. Like it's going to be a bonkers class. Trinidad Chambly just got another year of eligibility somehow. Like it's going to be a nutty class.
I'm telling you though, like these freaking Raiders, man, I think they're going to screw it up somehow. But because that's just kind of their culture. They love the whole. I went to the Raiders game, and their whole appeal of having the Raiders in Vegas was so other teams can have their fans travel here, take over the stadium, spend a shit ton at the casinos, watch their team beat the Raiders, celebrate, get hammered, and spend more money at the casinos. That's why they moved out here to be pigs for slaughter.
Not about the ball.
Yeah, it's about the glitz and glamour, and it's about being pigs for slaughter. And Al Davis, I don't think would like it, but anyway, he's dead now. But yeah, the Chicago Bears are going to be drafting. Who do you think the Bears should be drafting in round 1? I have an answer, and it's let's hear what you got to say about.
So do you want to talk round 1?
Yeah, we could talk the first few rounds.
Okay, so what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and made my list of what I believe are the Bears' 3 biggest position of needs, and I went ahead and found a prospect for each day of the draft. So I've got a first round pick, a second, third round pick, a 4th, and 7th rounder. So I'll start with my 1-1, my biggest position of need, and my favorite position player for the Bears. So for me, that's going to be defensive tackle. I don't think it's going to be a shocker. I don't think it's a huge shocker that DT is going to be number 1 position. I believe the Bears give up 5 yards per rush, which ranked 4th worst in the NFL last year. Grady Jarrett didn't work. Gervon Dexter is not Aaron Donald as much as Bears fans want to convince me he is. They need help in the interior.
I think I read that we might trade him. We should. He's not very good.
So I think if they do go first round, there are a couple of guys they could be looking at. One of the ones that I'm really intrigued by, speaking of Gervon Dexter, I can see them going back to the well, going back to Gainesville, and looking at Caleb Banks. Incredible size power guy, 6'4", 6'5", 330. incredible lateral quickness. Like his lateral side to side movement stuns you. Drawback on him, is coming off an injury towards I think he was towards ACL last year, only played in 3 games, and he's had a motor problem his entire time in Gainesville. He has never been a full effort and energy guy. That said, he was the best player at the Senior Bowl, bar none, hands down. When he was blowing guys back, you were like, holy, like, who is this guy? Like, he looked incredible. Then went to the combine, measured well, tested well. I love Caleb Banks coming out of Florida.
Won't it get a little confusing, though, having 2 Calebs in the locker room?
Oh, just wait. I've got so many Calebs on this list.
But no, I'm kidding about that. Yeah, no, I like Caleb Banks as well. I think he's he's a freak, kind of a freak, but just needs to be better at football.
Yes, exactly.
Hopefully we're getting a culture now where we can coach. Hopefully we have a culture now where we can coach those kinds of players. I also like Caden McDonald from Ohio State.
Yep,
of course,
like Caden a lot. He's a much better athlete, much better pass rusher
than Caleb.
But I like it because Caleb's a solid 6'8", 330, but like he's got some lateral quick. Kind of reminds me of DJ Reader, where like he can get around you a lot quicker than you would anticipate, and he actually gives you quite a bit as an interior rusher.
Also, you got to remember, we still are getting Shamar Turner back.
Which right, I loved him coming out last year. A&M, right?
You did like Shamar Turner
out of A&M, right?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of Shamar Stewart?
I don't know. You're thinking that Shamar Turner was from
no A&M. Shamar Turner, A&M, right?
Yeah, I'm like
undersized, tackle, good athleticism.
Like 6'3", 293.
Yeah, undersized, good athlete, like him as a pass rusher.
He's supposed to play the 3-tech or the 1-tech?
Yeah, 3-tech rusher. Yeah, I like him.
So he's supposed to be coming back.
Imagine pairing him with Caleb. That is just a really nice pairing. That's a really good pairing inside.
No, I agree, especially if you can move off of Javon and use Grady as more of a rotational piece.
Absolutely, which I think at this point in his career, Grady's kind of shown he's better as a rotational guy.
Absolutely is. Absolutely. Okay, so is that all for round 1?
So do you want my other positions for round 1?
Yes, let's do your other positions.
Perfect. All right. So underrated position of need for the Bears that I haven't heard a lot of talk from, linebacker. We saw last year how the linebacking core looked when they had to go into the second and third strings. Wasn't pretty.
Oh, we had to go to the fourth. We had to go to fourth.
Edmonds. Right, we're down to the fourth straight. Edmonds, more than likely gone. TJ, old and expensive.
And injured.
Don't really have guys that can do it. A name to watch at the back end of the first round as he's climbing backwards. A name you guys will recognize potentially. Josiah Trotter played his ball at Missouri.
Oh yeah, I remember his pops.
Obviously, Pops played for the Birds. His brother played at Clemson. Now he plays for the Birds. Love Josiah. In my opinion, he is the best read and react linebacker in the draft. When he can diagnose correctly, he does it so quickly and he gets the ball instantly. Doesn't have elite.
I just don't love the idea of drafting a linebacker round 1.
Neither do I. But you asked round 1. So if I think it'd be a little bit, I think really the only pure off-ball linebacker who was grade 1 to me were Arvell and Sonny Styles. I don't think either of them are going to get to Chicago. If there's some sort of trade back, you're picking sort of in that no man's land, that 25 to 35 range to kind of take the guy you want. I really, really like Trotter, and I think he's a really great fit. He has a surprising amount of juice off the edge. Scheme versatile, does a lot for you. Instant plug and play, and the Bears, who could have positions at multiple linebacker, could have openings at multiple linebacker positions. A guy like him, who's not just a Will or a Sam, who can plug and do multiple things, is really, really valuable.
Yeah, that kind of versatility goes a long way. Do you think there's a shot he falls to round 2?
I think I think he will be there in the early part of round 2. I also think there's a solid chance that with his combine and with his measurables, he works his way in. If you remember Peyton Wilson a couple of years ago coming out of NC State, had some injury issues, fell to the third round at Pittsburgh, and he's been hyper productive for them. He's been a really solid player for them. Kind of reminds me of that coming out. Just a guy who's smart, does it all over the field. And then my other position that I was looking at in the first round, and I know you and I have agreements, but also disagreements on how big a deal this position is. I have offensive tackle as the third biggest.
I agree. I mean, Ozzie Trapillo is going to be hurt all season.
He's going to be hurt. And
Ozzie.
And also he was a day 2 pick who was more of a project than a sure thing. You can't really guarantee he's going to step in and be the guy, even though he looked good this year. I'm not saying he didn't look good, but you can't guarantee that the project guy are going to turn into anything. And then Darnell Wright, what made me think of it the other day, I did not realize he had the 4th most penalties of any right tackle in football last year. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also
So like
but he was right, but he was also all pro.
no, but I'm saying there is not this like, oh, tackle is done. No, tackle is definitely a need. And particularly for the Bears who have that guy on the right side, who do at bare minimum have a body on the left side. Guy out of Arizona State. I'm gonna mess up the pronunciation of his last name. Max Ihenshore, I believe is how you pronounce it. Did not start playing football until junior college. He was one. He was a basketball player. Didn't play till JUCO. 6'6", 330. He plays like a basketball player. Incredibly light on his feet. Had the third best pass rush win rate in all of college football last year. He had the third best win rate, pass ball win rate of any pass ball last year. And remember, we're talking about a guy who has college football playoff experience playing in multiple different schemes. When you talk about last year, we had Scam Scatterboot going downhill. Then you got Levitt, more of a zone scheme guy. So he's a guy who like I've been on him for a minute now. I'm like, ooh, I really like his tape. I love his story. I love his ceiling. He's got one of the highest ceilings in the draft. And he's someone who will be there in that latter third of the first round where the Bears are going to be picking, or in that potential trade up down spot. I would love to see them get him in the building and just get their hands on him and figure out what he is. Because even with the rest of the offensive line, like Dahlman is secured and that's his spot, but like Tune is getting older, Jackson is getting expensive. You're now paying two guards a lot of money.
I love Tooney.
But in a perfect world, you're not spending $15+ million on both guards and your center.
That's true.
That can get pricey. So, like, I would just love to see a 6'6", 335-pound former basketball player. Just get him in the building, put him somewhere. He'll be good. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
That's how I feel about Ozzy. That's how I feel about Ozzy. Like 6'7", he's like 330 as well, but he's like injured patella, so he won't be playing this year. I feel like it's going to be.
What's the deal with the Canadian dude? Is that just like a fun thing?
He's pretty good. I like Theo Bennett, but
is he like a genuine like he could start next year? Or was that like, oh no, he was just cool for a few games?
No, I mean I think he's got potential to be like a good swing man.
I got you.
He's better than Braxton, who I think is gone anyway.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to not have to talk about him.
Yeah, no, it'd be great to not talk about Braxton.
I think you actually, even when he was objectively like kind of okay, I was like, he's terrible. That's always in my.
I feel like you like talking about Braxton. You love to shit on Braxton.
I love shitting on him. I really do. I'm gonna pick someone new to shit on.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll find someone. But yeah, no, I like those ideas. I think offensive tackle though, I'd rather that be a day 2 pick than anything. I wouldn't want that to be first round.
Fair. I would understand. Yeah. And there's good.
Get me a project. Get me another project guy round 3 maybe. But yeah, I think DT is a no-brainer first round. DT, maybe if there's someone, I don't know. I can't think of like a great pass rusher who falls to 25.
So going back, I was gonna save this for the rest of our draft whatevers, but I will tell you now because that's what you just asked for. Guy played out of Memphis, the name of Travis Burke, 6'9". 338 pounds of combine.
338 pounds.
I believe he was. I know he was 6'9". I believe he was 338.
What position does he play?
Offensive tackle. Because you're talking about your project tackles.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Travis Burke.
But I don't like that height. 6'9".
Listen. If you want a project on day 3. There's no day 3-year project for Elijah Zelonke than a 6'9" offensive tackle who went to Memphis.
No, I get it.
I could not have found a better fit for you.
I get it. I lived in Memphis for a very long time.
What more could you possibly find? What do you find?
Well, what I could ask for is a little bit less height because 6'9", his knees, dude. Think about his knees.
Yeah, but like it's fine. He's gonna be a swing tackle. It's fine.
As a swing
my
short.
lot is playing it. Let me tell you, my lot is listed at 6'8". If he's 6'8", so am I. Like that is a big man out there.
Yeah, but my lot is also, isn't he Samoan?
He's New Zealand.
Okay,
yeah.
So I draft
they're a different breed. That's fair.
Yeah,
but my point being, if you want a day 3 offensive tackle project, how about the 6'9" guy from your hometown? Like that's the best I can do for you.
No, I get it. I'm not as bullish on it, but I get it. I appreciate the thought because Memphis. I'm just glad that we're not talking about skill position guys because I kind of like what we got going in our receiving room.
I would be stunned if here's
what should we get another tight end?
Nah, don't get mad. Don't get mad.
Are you going to say tight end?
It's an incredible tight end class. This tight end class is so good. No. Just listen. This tight end class is so good. They are literally setting records at the combine right now for measurement. It's an insane draft class. So here's my point. There's going to be a tight end you could draft in the 6th or 7th round. That
so 6, 7
year is a 3rd round pick. That's my point, is that the positional value for tight end will be so great this year. If you can get one of those combine studs on day 3 and then not have to be paying, Komet.
Look, I get it. But
tight end.
The thing is, my issue is
tight end. Listen. If it was an incredible quarterback class, would you not want to have a quarterback in round 3 or on day 3 rather, because you have a good quarterback? Or like next year when there's a really good quarterback class, are you not going to want one on day 3? Of course,
I'm going to want one. I mean, look, I like our quarterback. But I get it. You need a good backup.
And it's the idea of there's really good value in this position this year. Grab one this year.
No, I get it. Yeah, if there's one in round 5, maybe. Sure.
That's what I'm saying. We're like, oh, this tight end who in any other year is going in the 2nd or 3rd round, he fell to the 5th this year. All right, let's grab him.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, Cole Kmet, I don't even know if he's going to be on the team next year. And the thing is, though, we have. Should I say it? We have the best tight end in football. I'm joking. Relax.
Okay. No. See, I held it. I was good.
He's not the best tight end in football, but we do have someone that I believe can become the best tight end in football.
There we go. That's fine. See,
that's what I believe. I firmly believe that. And you know why I believe that? Because he's a fucking monster.
He is.
He's insane.
He is.
I love Colston. He's gonna be a very high fantasy pick.
Oh yeah,
people are gonna want him.
I took him in my draft this year, and then I took him, dropped him when he was not doing well, and then like a week later he became Colston.
He got concussed on that crazy Caleb pass to Kmet. He got concussed on that play. I guarantee if we had him in overtime, we would have won.
He would have won that game single-handedly.
He would have won it single-handedly. No, but he would have been responsible for the game-winning drive.
Fair.
Which is fair to say. It's so crazy to me to say DJ Moore won that game single-handedly. First of all, he was talking about the Cincinnati game.
I still like, God damn, I shouldn't have done that.
What?
No, I knew I shouldn't have said something.
No, it's okay. Let me just rant real quick, because he was talking about like the Cincinnati game where he jumped up between 3 defenders and caught the touchdown pass, which did not happen in the Cincinnati game. It happened in the Cleveland game that we won 31-3. So he just got that wrong. By the way,
both
you
the
won
AFC
that game.
North and
you don't single-handedly win a game 31-3.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you win 31-3, it is a group effort. I don't know if he said single-handedly or if he said solely responsible, but one of those two.
Semantics.
Yeah, same idea. Then the Green Bay game, the first time when we won it in overtime, 1st and 10, bomb to DJ Moore, perfect pass from Caleb for a touchdown. He won't give credit for the pass. And if it was incomplete, if DJ dropped it, then guess what? It's 2nd down and you're still in opponent's territory, and all you need is a field goal to win. So we don't know that he necessarily
won
that game for us, because and when I brought it up to him after the show, he was like, well, if he dropped that ball, what do you think would have happened to the morale? Sorry, we had to.
No, I'm at him going, I hope that my team's not that mentally weak.
No, exactly. I really hope my team isn't that.
That's some charm and soft right there, brother.
Shot. And then the third one was the game against Green Bay, where he caught the game-winning touchdown pass on that fake screen wheel route thing that quite literally I could have caught that one if I had gotten open, because actually I probably, by the way, he had a drop on that drive too. I'm just saying, like a perfectly thrown, Caleb escaped, threw it on the dime, and DJ dropped it. It was a 1st down wheel route to DJ Moore where any receiver should have been able to catch it because of how wide open it was, because of how brilliantly schemed it was by the head coach, Ben Johnson, to call it at that point in the game. And also, I mean, look, I won't even give credit to Caleb. I mean, yeah, it was a great throw by Caleb, but like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, that was his best throw ever, because like it was so wide open. It was just such a wide open play. And so, yeah, DJ Moore didn't single-handedly win shit for us. He was on the receiving end of 2 of my favorite touchdowns in NFL history, two of the greatest plays in Bears history. Sure, I'll give him that. And he'll always have a place in Bears lore. But to say that he was responsible for those wins is just willfully ignorant. And it's just something born out of this desire to discredit my quarterback for anything he does.
Sure.
Now, why am I talking about this a lot? Because he's been mentioned a lot in terms of trading, specifically in terms of trading him and maybe a couple picks for Max Crosby. Now, you're probably very against that idea. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Like, I don't know, man. I like Max. He's good.
Look, I don't think he's not good. My argument for not doing it is pretty simple. If you're going to have to pay a starting receiver and multiple first-round picks for a guy who's about to turn 30, has one All-Pro, has never finished top 5 Defensive Player of the Year votings, when you compare that to what Micah Parsons got traded for and what he was, the value is not there. When Micah got traded for 2 ones, and Micah is a multi-time first-team All-Pro with multiple top 5 Defensive Player of the Year finishes, who's 26, and you're going to make him pay dang near the same price for a guy without the All-Pros who didn't finish the season and is turning 30. No, I'm not paying that price.
Well, I don't know what the price is going to be.
Okay, you just said DJ Moore and a couple of picks. Assuming by a couple of picks, you mean like first and second. What are the Raiders going to ask for? No.
I agree. I wouldn't give up all that. I just don't know what the Raiders are going to ask for, to tell you the truth, because I don't think Max wants to be there. I think he does have some leverage in that.
I think it's the inverse. I think he wants to be there and they don't want him there. I think he's like, I want to be a Raider. I love being a Raider. I love Pete and Tom, or not Pete anymore, obviously, but I love Tom, whatever. Because like he like threw a hissy fit that they were like, hey, you're really good and we're terrible and it's the last game, so you're not going to play. And he threw a fit. He's like, I'm a competitor and I want to win and I want to be here. Because by the way, because Max Crosby's an idiot.
Yeah, you're not a big Max Crosby guy. I like that. What I like about Max Crosby is, and like, I don't know much about the guy, if I'm being honest, but I like that he likes Caleb.
Has he like publicly been on the record saying he likes Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, have you seen his interview of Caleb?
No, that's why I haven't.
He loves Caleb. He interviewed Caleb. Like, there was like an hour episode where he was just talking, like, and yeah, there was a lot of praise there, a lot of mutual respect.
Doesn't surprise me.
But now
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, no, but it surprises me because of how critical a lot of people are. And I don't know, Max Crosby strikes me as the guy that would be turned off by Caleb's flamboyance, I guess.
Sure. I think Max is one of those. I could see him being like, I don't care what you do, I just want to win. And that's why he got so excited to have Tom. And again,
like a game recognized game type situation. Yeah.
Right. If you said to me, would you trade DJ in a second for him? Yeah, that I'd probably do.
Absolutely.
DJ in a first. What I'm saying is, because of the, I don't want to say undeserved, but maybe overhyped aura of Max Crosby, the Raiders are going to say, we should be getting just same exact thing that they got from Micah. And you know what? There was an argument that the Cowboys got fleeced in the Micah deal. So we should be getting even more than that.
Oh, the Cowboys absolutely got fleeced.
That's what I'm saying. So the Raiders can sit in the position of, well, we deserve 1s and 2s. And we can sit here and go, no, you don't.
Well, then let me ask you this, though, because I do think the Bears are certainly in the market for a pass rusher. There are some interesting names on the market. Trey Hendrickson. He's expected to make a lot of money.
Obviously he hasn't been able to didn't stay healthy last year. I said the whole saga in was just weird. It was weird. He should have been traded. He wasn't, whatever. I get nervous at the idea of throwing a ton of money at a guy to be the guy when he's coming off of an injury and a weird year. But if ever there's a guy who I say, go ahead and do it, let it be him, because before the weirdness or whatever, he was so consistent, played every game, stats were there, the pressure rates were there. Before the weirdness, he was so consistent. I'd bet money on him getting back to that consistent level when he gets.
I want to bring up a few more names. First of all, just no looking it up, no cheating. How old do you think Joey Bosa is?
He's still very young. He's like, I think he just turned 30.
You're right. God, you're smart.
Yeah,
but
he was young.
But I don't know. Does he not feel like 34?
He came out young and he's had injury issues. So he seems a lot older.
Does he not feel like 34?
No, he does. He can't. Well, and remember, because his brother was here first. So we've been hearing the name
Joey
for
was
longer.
Here first. Joey was here first.
Oh, you're right. No, Joey was here first. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Nick was 2019.
No, you're right. No.
Yeah.
I think Joey he got hurt and people kind of forgot about him, and then he wasn't that good. He was fine this year, but he wasn't like special. At this point, he's a rotational edge rusher. He's not a full-time guy. I think he'd be a good add, and I don't think he fixes the problem, but he's a very good start to fixing the problem.
He could help. Like, he could still contribute.
Absolutely. He's, again, much more of an edge rusher, third down guy, but that still provides value and it's still a thing that they need. Chicago doesn't have that guy right now.
What about Reddick?
I mean, I think his play is taking a nosedive, as evident by sort of him bouncing around.
You think he's going to make a lot of money?
I don't think so. No. I again, situational edge rusher, scheme versatile, so I think he has that ability to kind of drop into coverage as well. And if that's something that you value, it can be good. A guy that might make a lot of sense for the Bears, honestly. I really loved watching Jalen Phillips play when he came over from Miami. I was
going to ask you about him, actually, if you liked him.
I loved watching him play. Great motor, great energy. He's much longer than I realized. He's a ganglier guy than I realized. He's going to make a lot more money than either you or I probably would want to pay him for our team.
So young.
But he's really young. He had the injury that he's now 100% fine from. Like Chubb, on the flip side, Chubb never fully bounced back from that ACL. He bounced back from his injury, from his Achilles. He's gonna make 25, 28 million a year.
Yeah, that's not something we can afford.
It's wondering, a lot, but if you can get a guy, sort of front load the deal when you're not spending a lot of money on other positions, I think he'd be a great fit, particularly when like Sweat is kind of that like stockier run stuffer who's hard to get through. Phillips as the big, powerful, long edge rusher. Another name to be watching would be I
got two names for
sure,
you.
Hit me.
Just like, look, again, we're talking window here.
Yeah.
Like, I want the Bears to capitalize on their small shot at making a run next year. If we made the playoffs this year, we should be able to build on something, right? I know we had a lot of lucky wins, but at the same time, we got 18, and I love 18, and I'm going in on him. You got to get some veteran presence. Did you know that Cam Jordan had 10.5 sacks?
I did. I'm going to tell you right now, he's not. If he wanted to leave New Orleans, he would have done so at the deadline. There were multiple playoff contenders who called the Saints and were told he doesn't want to leave.
All right, I'm gonna bring another one. Don't roll your eyes, but Khalil Mack.
Not on my roll at all. Is he a free? Yeah, he's a free agent. Yeah, no, he made a ton of sense.
Bring him back, right?
Bring him back, and he's still playing at a high level. I would love Khalil Mack. I think he's more likely to try to cash in on a payday and get one more big bag.
The thing is, he could also do a lot of linebackery stuff.
Yeah,
I would love to bring him back.
I think the last name I'm going to throw at you, I'm more lower profile. Names whatever. Clavon Chason. He came out of LSU a couple of years ago, bounced around a couple of teams, started in Jacksonville, went to Tennessee, and he was hyper productive for New England last year and sort of played himself out of a cheap contract.
I remember he was a Madden guy. We liked him.
He's one of our Madden guys. I believe he finished the postseason with like 4 sacks, one of the highest pressure rates. He had a really great postseason, so might have played himself into a higher contract. But a really good speed edge rusher.
3 sacks, 4 TFL in the playoffs. That's pretty
good. He had a really good playoff, and he could be, again, that's a scheme. Because I feel like a lot of the Bears guys right now are big, powerful, strong. Get some speed in there. Get some agility in there.
That reminds me of someone else. A name that's been brought up in trade talk with the Bears is Thibodeau.
Loved him. I think I might have brought that up on the show a couple weeks ago.
You might have, yeah. But I know they've been talking about it too.
Yeah, he'd make a ton of sense. Again, another energy, effort, motor guy who, I believe he had 10.5 sacks his rookie year. So
he's got it in him. It's just like, look, when you play for a team like the Giants, you're not going to have a third guy
on the depth chart.
You're not going to have a lot of opportunities to go after the quarterback. And also, like, given he only played 10 games, he only had 2.5 sacks. I don't think he's going to cost like a crazy amount. Maybe that's a wishful thinking because he does have high upside, but like, I don't know. If they ask for a 3rd round pick for him, I'd do it.
Oh, absolutely. I'd pay that in a heartbeat. Sure.
Especially if we have our extra 3rd round picks. Anyway, I am gonna wrap up the show. I wish I had a good closing question.
Quick shout from me, actually, real quick. For those of you watching, I know we just finished up the Olympics. If you're still trying to get your Olympic fix in, the curling nationals are going on right now. A good friend of mine, Carter Woodell, who also does some really good work for the World Baseball Classic, is calling it. It will be on tonight at, I believe, 6 o'clock Central on the curling YouTube channel. So if you guys are trying to get your curling Olympic fix in, good friend of mine is on the call for that. Please tune in. Please support.
Do you think you'd be good at curling?
No. I think, you know what? Yes, I would if I could be the stone. If you grab me and just yeeted me down the ice.
Just threw you down the
yeah, I can just go, I think I'd be goated at that.
I told you my theory that like every Olympic sport, they should have one average man doing all the activities just to see what it looks like when a regular person tries them. I think I should be that man. I think I'm
as long as they cover health insurance, I'm in. That's all I'm saying.
I think, I don't know if you're average enough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That was really mean, Noah.
I
mean, you're handsome. I mean, no, what I mean by that is you're too handsome. You're too handsome.
You know what? We can use me to determine just how much terminal velocity you can really get on a luge. Let's really.
You could be on my average Joe team.
There we go.
You could be on my average. Honestly, all the guys.
I am the bobsled.
You're the bobsled. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be mean to you there. I'm just saying.
No.
Like, because I'm just like, I'm so average, like physically.
Sure.
I have such a physically average physique.
No, I got you.
That I think, put me on the skates, I would do such a mediocre job and just really show these
just how hard this stuff is.
This is my way out. Like this is how I make it out of the hood.
But I digress. If you like curling, go check out the YouTube curlings and support my buddy. Appreciate y'all.
Definitely check out the curl. I mean, curling's so fun. And also remember. Oh, by the way, I don't know if anyone's been paying attention. I haven't been paying super close attention, but college basketball has been super fun this year. Been really fun. So make sure you're watching that too.
Miami of Ohio, undefeated. Go Redhawks.
Miami of Ohio?
Yeah, they're undefeated.
I had no idea. That's really funny. So with that in mind, I'm Elijah. This is Noah. This is Easy Does It. Make sure you tune in Tuesday to Chicago Clubhouse podcast to hear some really interesting takes from Frank and Fowl and some really bad takes from JB. And we will see you on the next time on the show.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network.